What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a very exciting and interesting Liverpool video where we will explore why Liverpool will offer Trent Alexander-Arnold a new contract. I think it's an absolute no-brainer. Trent Alexander-Arnold is entering his peak years of his career and he deserves to be probably the second or third highest earner in Liverpool, and journalists are analyzing that at 25 Trent Alexander-Arnold will probably get more pay rises in the future, but Liverpool right now should offer him as much as we are offering Virgil van Dijk, who is the captain. Trent Alexander-Arnold is the vice captain, and Liverpool won't solely relying on looking to predict what Trent Alexander-Arnold might do in the near future, because when they are weighing up what kind of money that they should offer to Trent Alexander-Arnold, because Liverpool will be a lot more open to rewarding Trent Alexander-Arnold for his performances until now, because he is the most creative player in the Liverpool squad and one of the best passers in the Premier League. Trent Alexander-Arnold has been promoted to vice captain since his last contract renewal. With a contract renewal, he is the most valuable asset in the squad, and Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to want to earn similar wages to Van Dijk at the bare minimum, but if his representatives weren't pushing for that, they wouldn't be there doing their job properly. So the big question is, can Liverpool afford to renew all three of Salah, Van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold's contract? And that's what we will explore in this video. Plus we will also, of course, in the second part of the video, explore why Liverpool just cannot afford to lose Trent Alexander-Arnold on a free transfer. You are losing a generational talent, £150 million pound worth of a player who is also the heart of Liverpool, the soul of Liverpool. He is a Liverpool Youth Academy player. He is our Steven Gerrard, this generation's Steven Gerrard. And there is a very real possibility that Liverpool will end up with Van Dijk, Salah and Trent earning on average £300,000 per week per player. So that could be almost £1 million per week for just these three players' contracts. So Liverpool are stuck between a rock and a hard place, because all three players deserve these sort of contracts. But the big question is, can Liverpool afford to make this sort of thing the norm? Let's explore that. But I think, without analyzing the numbers, Liverpool generating a £35 million net profit in the transfer market indicate that they are saving their money for not just future transfers but for these contract renewals, because they will cost a significant amount of money. The conundrum is that if Liverpool give new contracts first to Trent, Van Dijk and Salah, then these three players will earn significantly more than the fourth highest earner. And because Alisson, Gravenberch, McAllister are taking home around £150,000 per week, Jota, Darwin Núñez, Szoboszlai and Gakpo are on between £120,000 and £140,000 per week. Konate, who is also turning out to be a key player for Arne Slot, is on just £70,000 per week. Luis Diaz is on a base rate of £55,000 per week, but with bonuses I think his contract is significantly higher. But also Luis Diaz is going to get a new contract. There is an argument to be made that we should maybe extend Luis Diaz's contract first before giving new contracts to Trent, Van Dijk and Salah, because if you extend Luis Diaz's contract after you have given contract extensions to the big three, as I call them, then you have to give Luis Diaz much higher wages, because his agent will say, if Salah is on £400,000 weekly wages, Luis Diaz should be on £200,000 weekly wages. And the journalist is arguing that a salary reset could well be on the cards at Liverpool, because it would allow Liverpool, the club and the new higher-ups, the new sporting director Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards, the opportunity to control things again. If the three highest earners depart and the salary cap ceiling is £150,000 weekly wages, Liverpool can be stronger in negotiations. But I think that's absolutely rubbish. If you let your three best players go, because Salah, Van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold are Liverpool's three best players, you cannot argue otherwise. Maybe Alisson is up there as well. These are three of the best players in their position. Trent Alexander-Arnold is the best right back in the world, Van Dijk is the best centre back still in the world, and Salah is the best right winger in the world. If you are letting these three players go, It's a monumental disaster for Liverpool. It's a PR disaster towards the fans, and you will be weaker in negotiations with other players, because what message does it send out to the world? That Liverpool are just letting all of their big stars go on a free transfer. It would send absolute shockwaves around the world of football. So I don't agree with this journalist that Liverpool can be stronger in negotiations. We can just significantly lower our wage bill, that's true. But if you want to achieve success on the football pitch, if you want to win big trophies and big titles, you have to have a high salary, a high total wage bill. Otherwise, it's just not possible. You can't just win games with a very low wage bill. That's rather the exception than the norm. Leicester City have done it in 2015, I believe. But otherwise, not a single team who had a very low wage bill managed to win the Premier League. At least in recent years, in the past like 15, 20 years. So when Jurgen Klopp was first appointed, new first team signings used to make 90k weekly wages. Now new arrivals are coming in 120k or more. But you know what? Adjusting for inflation, that's the same, because Jurgen Klopp was appointed in 2015 and now we are 9 years later. Adjusting for inflation, that's probably 120k per week is probably lower than the 90k per week it was in 2015. And also Liverpool weren't a Champions League club back then. We sometimes even missed out on qualifying for Europe, but we mostly were a Europa League team. And now we are a regular Champions League side. And this could make or break the wage structure. Either Liverpool start over again and have a strict salary cap, as was the case during Michael Edwards' first spell with the club, or they embrace this and accept the fact that wage bill is going to spiral in the short term while they tie key players down. But Athletic Bilbao are not spending much on transfers because they only sign Basque players, but they have a very high wage bill because they pay their top players like Nico Williams, Inaki Williams, top wages. So they stay at the club and they stay loyal to Bilbao, because if all of their stars left, they just can't buy anyone. They have to buy Basque players. So that's why they are giving high wages to their players. And Liverpool could do something similar in terms of, we didn't sign much in this summer transfer window. We only signed Chiesa for this season and Mamadashvili for the season after this season. We didn't spend much. We recouped more money than what we spent. We earned more money by selling players. So Liverpool essentially still have a lot of money in the bank. So we can more than afford to give new contracts to Salah, Van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold. And Dominic King is arguing, who is a columnist in the Daily Mail, and he's a very well-connected journalist, English journalist, that it would be an absolute madness for Liverpool to let Trent Alexander-Arnold walk away, even if there is unease about his situation. And Trent Alexander-Arnold, when he extended his contract in 2021, he said, "Liverpool is the only club I've ever known. It's a proud moment signing a new contract here. I live the dream every day, playing for my boyhood time club." And amazing to think that in just 130 days, Liverpool player Trent Alexander-Arnold will be free to begin conversations with any foreign club to sign a new free transfer, a new pre-contract agreement for a free transfer for the summer of 2025. And probably it's now less than 130 days, because this article was written on August 24th. So if you are Real Madrid, Dani Carvajal is entering the latter stages of his career. So they have their eyes on Trent Alexander-Arnold, and they are probably offering crazy wages and crazy signing on bonuses to Trent Alexander-Arnold to sign for Real Madrid. That's why it's absolute madness that Liverpool didn't tie down Trent Alexander-Arnold to a new contract. Not having to pay a fee for him would be like robbing a bank in broad daylight and waving at the security cameras on the way out. What a great analogy by Dominic King. Well played. And Liverpool are well aware that all three of the big players, Van Dijk, Trent and Salah, can negotiate with any foreign club on January the 1st. And remember, there will be talks and offers behind the scenes even before that date, and Liverpool could lose their three biggest stars, who have a combined market value of £215 million, but maybe even more. With Salah and Van Dijk, it's of course a little bit complicated because Salah is 32, Van Dijk is 33 years old, but Trent Alexander-Arnold is at the peak of his powers, and he is the symbol of Liverpool. He is the heart and soul of Liverpool because he is a Scouser and his whole family supports Liverpool. So hopefully he will be similar to Steven Gerrard in that he stays for 95% of his career at Liverpool. So far, nothing indicates that Trent Alexander-Arnold wants to leave, but until Liverpool put a big fat contract offer on the table, we can't be certain that he stays either. And Real Madrid have already taken players from Liverpool. Steve McManaman, Michael Owen. McManaman signed on a free transfer in 1999 and he was one of the best players of Liverpool at the time. Michael Owen signed when he only had 1 year left on his contract. And also Xabi Alonso went to Real Madrid from Liverpool for £30 million, which also was an absolute bargain for Real Madrid. And also Trent Alexander-Arnold has a close friendship with Jude Bellingham, which we should be aware of as well, but Trent has never given any public indication that he wants a new challenge or that he's unhappy with life at Anfield. He was smiling after beating Man United 3-0. He has a good family around him who has always provided him firm foundations, and his mom Diane's influence on his career has been there throughout. And you can see here his record of 19 goals and 81 assists in 311 appearances is absolutely amazing, and he made his senior debut in 2016, so he has been playing at Liverpool for 8 years now, and he has the most assists among Premier League defenders since he made his debut. 58 assists in 227 appearances, which is absolutely amazing. He also made the most crosses, the most through balls, and the 7th most tackles among all of the defenders, and he already won 8 trophies with Liverpool. And Trent Alexander-Arnold not just represents the glorious past, very exciting and promising present, but a fantastically exciting future for Liverpool as well. And he also comes with the X factor of being just like those who go to Anfield every other week. His childhood spent, watching Liverpool. He was a ball boy when Liverpool beat Barcelona in the 2001 UEFA Cup semi-final, I believe. The dream is to captain Liverpool, he said in 2017, and he has already been captain of Liverpool 5 times, becoming Liverpool's youngest captain in Europe in December 2020. But of course he wants it permanently. So even if Van Dijk extends his contract for another 2 years, if Trent signs a 5-year contract, in 1 or 2 years Trent can become full-time Liverpool captain. So we should also give him that promise, apart from giving him a big contract. And whatever finances are involved in a new contract offer for Trent Alexander-Arnold, it must be looked at in a different way. Because he's a Scouser, he's a Liverpool legend already, and he's a very, very special player who has all the best years ahead of him. So if he asks for a similar contract to what Salah is earning, I would say fair enough, and I would probably give it to him. If that means signing one less player in the next 12 months, so be it. Trent Alexander-Arnold is much more important than maybe signing a new backup left back or something like that. Because Trent Alexander-Arnold is absolutely irreplaceable. You will not find any other right back like him in the whole world. James Pearce also wrote in The Athletic that it's a tough one to call. The next couple of months will be decisive. Recent history shows that the longer these new contract talks drag on, the more the hopes fade of a compromise being reached. Liverpool allowed Firmino, Milner, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Naby Keita to leave as free agents in the summer of 2023. It was a similar story with Thiago and Joao Matip at the end of last season. None of these players had a value close to Trent Alexander-Arnold, and they were all considerably older than him and less important to the team when they departed. Probably the biggest loss out of those players is Firmino and Thiago for me. I would have loved to see Thiago in this Arne Slot side because of his passing ability, but his body couldn't handle Premier League football anymore. In just over 4 months, Alexander-Arnold could sign a pre-contract agreement with somebody like Real Madrid. Can Hughes avoid that nightmare scenario by making him an attractive enough offer within the financial framework that is acceptable to the Liverpool owners? By leaving it so late, Liverpool will be competing with offers from other clubs eyeing a free transfer next summer. That is problematic given that those clubs can promise huge signing on fees knowing they won't have to pay a transfer fee. Liverpool pushed the boat out to keep Salah in the summer of 2022 when the threat of losing him for nothing was looming large, and they will need to do so again if their attempts to keep Trent Alexander are to reach positive conclusion. But now Liverpool will need to push out the boat 3 times with Salah, with Trent, with Van Dijk, and the more days pass by, the more fearful we are that we will lose any of these 3 players. Would be a big blow if we lost any of them. But to lose 3 of them, all 3 of them, is absolutely unthinkable. So come on Liverpool, give Trent Alexander the new contract. All 3 of them are hugely important, but Trent is not just the present but the future of Liverpool Football Club. So in my eyes, he's the most important to tie down to a long new contract. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later, guys. Goodbye.